have a great Friday, you mother.
We're going to try, especially with the rain rolling out pretty early in the day and a high of 72 today. Should be a pretty decent day all in all, rolling into the weekend with a mix of sun and clouds.
Nice.
And then tomorrow, a few more scattered showers, but again, a high in the 70s. And then for the beginning of the week, I know we don't even want to think about it before we get to the weekend, but I can tell you this, weather-wise, we're looking pretty good, at least through the first half of the week. So you have that to at least look forward to. Welcome to your Friday. Can I tell you, I never realized how important, 15 minutes of sleep can be. And now, with a new schedule because of a new family member in the house, sleeping schedules have changed in that she is crate trained. Birdie is crate trained. That she sleeps in at night. But of course, getting up, the first thing I do after I take my shower and get dressed is I take her outside. But she's a sniffer and a tracker, so she enjoys roaming, and so it takes her a while to do her thing. So that requires me to get up 15 minutes earlier to start my day.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, every single day this week, I've been about 10 minutes late to work.
Wait till you lose an hour this weekend.
Oh, right. That's right.
Now it's going to be an hour and 15 minutes earlier.
That's a real bummer. Yeah. So that extra 15 minutes, it makes a difference. I don't want to get out of bed those last 15 minutes.
I hear you.
That's kind of a bummer.
Now, here's the thing. If you can get the dog on a schedule, once she gets a little older and has a fully functioning, formed, strong bladder, you may be able to take her out for a walk at night, before you go to bed.
Right. Which we do.
Let her just snooze until Nora gets up.
Now, and I thought about that. I guess it breaks my little heart as I'm gathering my breakfast and getting my shoes on, picturing her just in the crate looking at me don't leave.
Well,
I spend 5 minutes with her. And
she may, once she grows up, too, she may not sleep in the crate. I mean...
that's a possibility, too.
Yeah, we crated ours for the first year, and...
Okay.
Then he just sleeps where he sleeps now, and he doesn't move.
We have decided...
Sleeps in the bed.
Yeah, we're not going to have a bed dog.
Yeah.
But maybe on the couch.
Yeah.
Just chill on the couch.
Just a little.
Yeah.
We have a couple blankets for Moses, and he just curls right up in them. And that's it. That's all she wrote for the rest of the night. He is snoozing.
Okay.
Do you sleep with your door closed, your bedroom door?
Yeah.
Why
do you ask?
I just imagine him scratching at your door in the middle of the night.
Yeah, no.
Or her, yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. I mean, I don't know how long it'll be before we do the no crate thing.
They have dog beds at Tractor Supply.
They do have dog beds. That's true.
Comfy and just throw it in the corner of your bedroom.
Yeah, Nora was already looking at one of those.
Does she currently like to lay on any of you?
Oh, yeah. She has no clue about personal space.
Oh, okay.
God forbid you sit on the couch.
Believe me, she will want in your bed.
Yeah. And we do, on the weekends, we'll do Sunday morning coffee, and we'll let her on the bed.
Oh, you've done it now.
I know, right? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you don't put her in that crate at night, that's exactly where she's going to want to go.
Bed, yeah. How are you, Kelly, on a Friday?
We did a no dog on the bed for 2 dogs, but this dog has got complete and utter free reign, and he sleeps in the bed every night. And he's a little chunker, too.
Right, yeah, it takes up a lot of space.
Yeah, he loves to, lay on your legs, so you're oh.
Does he at least, stay still?
He does.
Okay, so once he's out, that's the spot, and that's it.
That's it.
See, I've done that before. I've had dogs, but then they're up, and they do the spin job, and they lay back down, or then they want to get on this side of the bed, and then, God forbid, they start licking their balls, and then all you hear...
Oh, yeah, that is gross.
That is the worst 2 a.m. sound ever.
Well, she won't do that.
No, she will not.
We had one that growled if you jostled him, and I'm like, oh, no, sir. Oh, no, sir. I will not be growled at in my own bed.
What are you doing? This is my bed. Thick, how are you, man?
I'm good, man. I'm nerding out a little bit.
About?
Well, it's the Bass Pro Shops Cabela's March Madness sale has gotten underway, and that's where I'll be heading after work today. So,
okay,
armed with gift cards.
What are you looking to pick up, or just whatever you see? Nothing.
Oh, I have a list.
Oh, you do?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
A list of stuff.
Yeah, because this year is hopefully before the season officially kicks off, I'll pick up a new driver in Threewood. That's my goal this year. So, yeah.
Oh, I thought you were getting that you didn't get that at the show?
I did not, no. I didn't really have time or the cash at the money at the time to pick up what I wanted. So
everybody knows Father's Day, birthday, Christmas, I get gift cards to Bass Pro Shops. And then every year in March, I go and blow them.
I'll tell you what, that's the best thing. I've had this conversation with Nora before in that, like you think, I'm assuming I am the easiest to shop for.
Yes.
You get me anything golf related or anything Wolverine related.
Right. Or Lions.
Yeah.
I'm saying
and that's it.
Yeah.
That's all you need to know.
Fishing, Buckeyes, and Cowboys.
You're good. That's all you need to know. But you're trying to figure out something for her, and it's like, the hell do you want? I don't know. You don't do anything? You don't have any hobbies? You don't read? What am I supposed to do?
You ever buy her clothes?
Very rarely.
Yeah. See, I buy all Heather's clothes.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah,
okay.
She doesn't like to shop, and I dress her well.
See, so. I'll take her. I'll just show up at the front door of the store and be like, "Go! Here, I got the card. Go." But that's your gift. Do what you want.
That's a nice gift.
It is. It's not as thoughtful, but I mean,
no, there's nothing better than giving a perfect gift.
Yes, exactly.
That's always the goal.
Yep, that's exactly what it is. We've got a very busy Friday ahead, including I want to know where you ended up where you weren't supposed to be, because something happened yesterday, and I actually had to go find help to get out of the place I was in.
Oh, no.
And I was not supposed to be there. Yeah. So we'll talk about that. I'm going to teach you what seat divorce is. I want to know if you and your significant other do that. And big news, we have a big guest coming in, and I mean big, literally. Former World's Strongest Man and WWE superstar Mark Henry is going to be joining the show later, as he is here for the Arnold that has kicked off, and we'll talk to him about that. Right now, let's go with Blitz Morning Trivia. Thick?
All right, so Shinedown has now 22 number one hits on rock radio, because their new song Searching just hit number one. So they have the record, the most number one rock hits on radio at 22. And for the past decade, they have battled with 3 Days Grace, going back and forth on who has the most number ones. 3 Days Grace has 20. So 22 for Shinedown, 20 for 3 Days Grace. This battle's gone back and forth forever. But who's third? What band has the third most rock hits on rock radio? Number one hits on rock radio. If you can tell us who that band is, text it in at 800-821-9970. We'll hook you up for $25 to go spend at waterbeds and stuff.
All right, let's get that answer for Blitz Morning Trivia. Thick?
All right, Shinedown's new song Searchlight just hit number one on the rock radio chart. That gives them 22 number one hits, the most of any rock band. And its second is 3 Days Grace with 20. They've been battling for the last decade. But who's third? That was the question. What?
Linkin Park.
No.
Faster Pussycat.
No.
What?
Captain Geach and the Shrimp Shack Shooters.
No.
Yes.
Five Finger Death Punch.
Okay. I like them, yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Love them. Absolutely love Five Finger Death Punch.
How many do they have?
17.
All right.
Yeah. I know a lot of people they're like, really? 17? Yeah, 17 number one.
Good for them.
Yep, and Donnie Roshan from Lancaster, first one to text in the correct answer, scores the $25 to waterbeds and stuff.
Congratulations. So I came across this article this morning, and at first I got enraged. Like, I was really mad reading this article because I really hate this mindset, and it really just pisses me off. However, if I take a deep breath and I look at it and read it for what it is, I should take the other angle, and that angle is, this is why I will never be like a multimillionaire or billionaire. Because Uber CEO Dara Khosrowshahi was just interviewed by Yahoo Finance talking about Uber and the business and its employees. Because when he took over in 2017, Uber was actually losing about $2.5 billion a year. It was not doing well. It was just pouring out cash. So he came in, took over, changed the whole ethos of the company, especially the company's work culture. And now they're profiting. They're upwards of what was it? $157 billion company now for Uber and all that they do. But this is what he said. We're going to be really demanding. If you're not performing, we're going to let you know. And if you don't fix it, we're going to push you out. His example being, part of working hard is sending emails to the team on Saturday. And if I don't get a response on Saturday, sending them an email on Sunday with a question mark saying, what's going on? What's going on is I'm enjoying my life because I'm off the effing clock. That's what's going on.
What's going on is you pay for nothing. You don't pay my insurance. You don't pay my gas. Like, what are you talking about?
Now this may go to. See, it didn't go in depth because I see what you're saying. But at this level, you've got a whole bunch of employees in the headquarters. I'm going to assume this deals with the headquarter people or the corporate people, the people that work off of salaries and things like that, not the drivers making part-time money. But even if you work in the headquarters and you work in marketing or you work in tech support or you work in... Screw you! That's my time off! You pay me from 9 to 5 or whatever my schedule is, and that's it! I'm so sick of and we've had it in radio. We do it all the time. We've worked off hours. We've given up holidays. We've done things like this. But so many companies nowadays are like, you pick up your phone. I sent you an email. Why didn't you? It's 5:17. Why didn't you do that? Because I'm off the clock.
Yeah.
My life does not revolve around you, especially for a company where you're a number and they will fire you in a heartbeat and have you replaced by the end of the day. But at the same time, you talk to anyone who's a CEO or, some higher up, that's what they do. They work. They put in the work, whether it be 6 days a week. Who is the guy that got made fun of all over social media? He's some, finance bro something, and he goes, see, what people don't understand is I've already got an advantage over you because I've taken the 7-day work week and I have 21 days in a week to work. He goes, my first day is 6 a.m. to noon, and I do this and this and this. And my second day is noon to 6 p.m. And my third day is 6 p.m. to midnight. I'm already ahead of you because I have 14 extra days a week. And everyone's like, that's not how math works. But okay. So, are you willing to put in the work? Are you willing to put in the hours? Are you willing to give up your personal free time to live for the company you work for? I'm not.
Yeah, work culture is so important, and I think that's why a lot of people will take a decreased salary in order to work in an environment that gives them more personal peace.
Yes, absolutely.
Work-life balance.
Yeah, and you need that. You absolutely need that. Because I think that makes you a better employee. You don't want to come in you're just stressed, frazzled, just constantly work.
I will never forget, I think it was a 60 Minutes that they did on Mark Cuban and the people who work for him who never leave their jobs because it's the greatest job they've ever had. This man very much so provides during the workday times for like rest and recreation, an on-site gym, a gigantic cafeteria, flex hours. Like he wants them to be happy so that they produce for him.
Yes, because happy employees will produce more. They produce more, you're making more.
Right.
Seems pretty obvious. Anyways, all right, I'm off my soapbox. Enjoy going to your job this morning and collecting your paycheck. Don't let the man get you down. And you enjoy your weekend. Don't answer that email. Don't answer that phone call.
Okay.
Wait, no, you have to, Fitz. I've got things to prepare for on Monday, but
Not so breaking news. The news already broke. We're trying to put it back together.
All right, our first story, I think a lot of us, kind of know something about, as in we saw it from its infancy and grew up with it. We were all gathered in the gym. We were all called down to sit down, and we had a special guest visit. And that special guest was wearing a shirt that caught all of our attention. And that is when they kicked off the DARE program. And if you were in school in the 80s, you definitely had someone come in from DARE to teach you about the dangers of drugs and why you shouldn't be doing them. So it makes it very difficult when you're not supposed to do drugs. And you've got a police officer there who works for the DARE program telling you the dangers of drugs. And then you leave school and there's the DARE officer selling you drugs. That doesn't work. And that's exactly what happened in upstate New York, where a DARE officer who works for the Ontario County Sheriff's Office was just arrested because after a tip of April of last year, they started keeping an eye on this police officer, a 13-year veteran who his job was to go around and teach students at schools about drugs. Michael Tapscott has pleaded guilty to 40 drug-related charges. After the tip, they started keeping an eye on the 13-year veteran, where they then found him selling Adderall, which requires a prescription and is basically cocaine light. And he was on duty operating a police car in uniform selling drugs.
What a piece of crap that guy is.
You can't do that. He actually resigned from the force on May 6th, which is a day before the charges were officially brought against him for sale of a controlled substance and official misconduct. And he no longer works for DARE. Obviously.
Did you see Nurse Jackie?
I've seen some, yes.
So at one point she has a sponsor, but he basically just goes into the AA type programs, NA programs, and then finds clients and sells them drugs.
Yeah.
So that was her sponsor.
That was also a storyline in Breaking Bad. Jesse went back to rehab just to sell the meth heads more crystal meth.
That's where your clientele is.
Right. So maybe it is a good business model.
Right, the DARE program. Yeah.
Story number 2 takes us a little bit up north to Michigan, to Pontiac High School. There is a teacher who apparently, I'm assuming, had enough. And, where you fall on this argument, unprofessional, probably. Are you supposed to not do this with your students? Probably. Are you sick and tired of teenagers acting the way they do sometimes? Probably. So here's an interaction that was caught on video and posted online between a teacher at Pontiac High School and a student. Take a listen.
Somebody want to come up in here and get with your bitch ass. You calm down, little boy. Now.
First of all, said, sit down with your bitch ass.
Nobody wants to come up here and deal with your little bitch ass.
And then said, calm down, little boy. Yeah. Keep going.
Your mama got to come beat the out of me. So we calling people to beat the fuck out of each other. All right, bitch. All right. Is that what we doing? Because I got somebody for your mama.
Ooh. This is the best part. Every time the teacher comes with a line, the students are like, ooh, which makes it a million times better. This student claimed that their mom was going to come beat up the teacher, and the teacher was like, oh, you're calling your mama? Okay, I got someone to call too.
Somebody for your mama. Ooh. Because your mama can't compete where she don't compare.
Bringing out the mom joke.
Your mama can't compete where she don't compare.
Oh.
This teacher has obviously had enough and absolutely snapped. I think she keeps going.
I'm in the classroom. One of these
It's on the phone.
non-students is calling his mama up here to beat my ass. So I just want to make sure, since we calling people to beat everybody's ass, because he's trying to take me back to where I came from. I left there for a reason. He's sitting up there, I'm 53 years old, and this little peon is sitting up in here calling me a girl. Put your phone down. Don't put me on social media.
Too late.
Yeah, you knew that was going to happen.
I back her 100%. I back her 100%. You know what a nightmare this class is.
And let me tell you, we could get into a whole thing about school inequality and things like that. Pontiac School District is a pretty rough school district. And so a lot of those kids do not want to be there. And so you're already putting up with a lot of that. And to finally have enough and to have a student threaten you, it can get a bit much. Now, unfortunately, the district did announce that the employee no longer works for the district, stating the behavior does not reflect our values or the standards we expect from our staff.
You need more teachers like her. Don't put up with it.
I mean...
Can't you do that? Can't you call someone out? You call your mom here to kick my butt? That's what's happening right now?
Right.
And you're not allowed to stand up and, on your own behalf?
Uh-huh.
And I don't like that.
I'm not saying I disagree with you, Kelly. I am not against a teacher putting a student in place. We have got way too many parents that step in and be like, but my kid...
Yep.
But
you don't get support from your own staff, your principal, your vice president, whatever. You're not getting the kind of support you need to deal with hooligans.
Go back to the beginning. I love the students. That's what makes it all. That's what makes it the best.
Don't nobody want to come up in here and get with your bitch ass. You calm down, now. Your mama got to come beat the out of me.
She's meeting their energy with the same energy.
Right. Yes. And I tell you what, any verbal argument gets a million times better when you got people standing around going, oh, he said you a bitch ass. Oh, million times better right off the bat. It's not so breaking news. 99.7 The Blitz.
Don't nobody want to come up in here and get with your bitch ass.
It's time. Rock and Rumble. Kelly versus Goose.
On the Blitz.
Oh, the stretches have begun.
All right, let me just tell you something. I told Charlie last night that I feel like my mind is blank lately. Like there's nothing in there.
Really?
I'm not kidding. Like I feel like I have a blank slate and it doesn't get filled up with anything during the day. I'm just kind of fighting for my life every minute of the day with my brain.
We fixed it yesterday after a short conversation, but Tuesday and Wednesday were a little rocky in the Goose household.
Okay.
Like, Nora and I were just off center a little bit.
Yeah.
Little kind of going on. And part of it was because on Wednesday, things were happening that I didn't remember she told me about on Tuesday.
Okay.
In terms of the boys have to go here and I've got to get this done. And apparently she told me all this stuff on Tuesday.
Your brain spaced
and it came up on Wednesday, and she got a little ticky with me. Uh-huh. Even though she calls me goldfish all the time because she knows I have no memory. This particular instance, really, I told her, I was like, I'm going to get early Alzheimer's tests or something. Early onset dementia. Something's happening. Yeah. So I feel you on that completely.
Yeah.
All right. We got a rock and rumble going down. So both of us with brain fog. We'll see how we do. Blackberry Smoke tickets up for grabs. They're going to be at Newport Music Hall on Saturday, July 18th. Tickets available at AXS.com right now. But if you want to win your tickets, you can do so. It is Kelly versus Goose. What are we playing today, Thick?
Movie casts.
Oh, okay. Movie cast. All right. We need two people to team up with here and see how we do. 800-821-9970 for Blackberry Smoke tickets. Blitz, hi, who's this? Hello? Blitz?
Hello?
Hi, who's this?
Drew.
Drew. Did you have to take one last long rip of the bong there? That was a long pause. All right,
No.
Drew. You called in first. Your choice. Do you want to be teamed with Kelly or Goose?
Kelly.
All right,
Yes!
Kelly it is.
Yes.
All right, Drew, you hang on one second.
Even hearing that I have no brain function, he still
went
picked
with
me.
you, yeah.
Oh,
Still
I
went
love
with you.
Drew.
Blitz, hi, who's this?
What's going on, Goose? It's Israel.
Israel, how you doing, man? All right, it is you and I as teammates because Drew picked Kelly. So, Israel, you hang on one second. We've got Drew and Israel both trying to win tickets for Blackberry Smoke. We are playing movie cast, so you're going to name one cast member at a time, and then the first person to yell out the correct movie gets the point.
Right, but if you guess a movie and you're wrong, the other person gets to guess with another
One
member.
more cast member for the steal. Okay.
So don't just start yelling movies. Remember, you name one. That's
All
it.
right. I like it. All right. Let's go.
All right, here we go. Robert De Niro. No guess. Ben Stiller.
Meet the Parents.
Oh!
Kelly said it. Who said it?
I
She
did.
said it
You
first.
guessed first.
Yeah.
All right, so Goose, Dustin Hoffman.
Oh, Meet the Fockers.
The sequel.
That's not fair. You're baiting us.
I'm listing them in the order that IMDb lists the cast.
They list the sequel first. Is that
No,
what they
I
do?
said I'm at the cast members.
Oh,
Cast
okay.
members, yeah.
Sequel.
Oh, she got
No
snippy.
sequel.
Oh, they lit them first.
No
Because
sequel.
you know I'm right.
All right, second one. Here we go. Let's skip that one.
Fast and Furious.
No. Kevin Costner.
Tin Cup.
Goose. Amy Madigan.
Who the hell is Amy Madigan? Kevin Costner and Amy Madigan. Dances with Wolves.
Kelly. James Earl Jones.
I don't know any. Waterworld.
Field of Dreams.
Oh, I don't know any Kevin Costner.
Ray Liotta was next.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Good. Do some more sports movies. You guys, I just have to
She
trash
is
talk because I'm not
snippy
going to win
this
this. I'm not going to win it, so I have to really throw a fit.
She's a little chihuahua this morning. Just What else you got, Thick?
All right. Chris Farley.
Tommy Boy!
David Spade.
Dang it.
Black Sheep.
Kelly, you got to get this one.
Please do another sports
Do
movie.
I got to get this one.
Do you think I have a death wish? I will not be doing another sports movie.
Sports movie, come on. I just want to see her head.
I'm already so mad at both of you.
Explode.
I'm so mad at you guys.
Sean Penn. Jennifer Jason Leigh.
Lee. Sean Penn, Jennifer Jason Lee.
Judge Reinhold.
Oh, for goodness sakes.
Oh, God. Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Because all I do,
What? Is that a shutout? That was a complete shutout. Yeah. That
See
was
the look on her face.
That was a nil, a nothing, a zippo. Woo! I can light a cigarette with that score. Zippo.
All right, that was pretty good.
Israel, congratulations, man. You're going to go see
Appreciate you, Bob.
Blackberry Smoke, Newport Music Hall, Saturday, July 18th. We are going to hook you up with tickets. Drew, I mean, I'd like to give you tickets, man, but with a score of nil, I don't even know if I can do that.
Come on.
It was such a big loss that the loserness is like pouring over onto like a hot fudge sundae, and it's just pouring over onto you.
Do not punish Drew for this.
Drew, I'll give you tickets as well for Blackberry Smoke, all right?
Woo!
Thank you.
You're very welcome. you hang
He
on
was stunned
one
at how
second.
poor my performance was.
He was dumbfounded.
He could not
He goes,
believe it.
It couldn't be that bad.
I will never pick her
Was it?
again.
No, she didn't get no. Let me rewind the tape. Did she get nothing? Oh, she got nothing. That's right. Hold on, wait. Let's rewind the tape real quick on all of Kelly's answers. Waterworld. Meet the Parents.
That's not fair. You know I'm right.
No sequels.
Do another sports movie.
All right, move on. I'm not trying to get stabbed on a Friday.
And now,
All right, I'm
with 3 things you need to know before you go.
Clocks will skip ahead an hour at 2 a.m. Sunday for daylight saving time in most of the U.S., creating a 23-hour day that inspires millions of complaints every single time we do it. Now, even though the polls show that people dislike the system that has us changing clocks twice a year, the moves necessary to change the system have not succeeded to date. And it is tricky because say you want to make daylight saving time permanent. Did you know that in late December, early January, our sun in Columbus, Ohio would rise at 8:53 a.m.?
Oh.
Almost 9 a.m. is when we would get sunrise.
That's pretty late.
Yeah. Now, say you're in Seattle and you want to stay on standard time. That would mean the sun would rise at 4:11 a.m. in June.
That's pretty early.
That's really early.
Their time.
Yeah.
Yes, their time.
Wow.
So the debate continues, but there are considerations. There's no perfect answer unless we just want to keep doing what we're doing.
What do you guys think about the idea of moving a half an hour?
I saw that this
and then
morning.
They leave it that way. I know. I've been seeing that. I'm like, I don't know.
Half hour's weird.
It is, right?
Yeah.
It does
I mean,
feel
eventually, within a day, we wouldn't realize the difference, I feel like.
No, but I mean, technically, then, wouldn't you have to shift all the longitudes or the up and downs? You're like,
oh, yeah, you can't
because
do that.
it's all divided.
Yeah.
It's 24 of them,
right.
Obviously.
Well, they would all move a half an hour, I guess.
But I mean, they're imaginary lines anyway.
I know, right?
I don't know.
Well, Britney Spears was arrested in Ventura County, California, Wednesday night on suspicion of driving under the influence of a combination of alcohol and drugs. California Highway Patrol says Britney was the only occupant of the vehicle and did show signs of impairment. They did have her take field sobriety tests and a chemical test, and the results are pending. She is scheduled to appear in court on May the 4th. Now, this is very interesting because a representative for Britney Spears released a statement saying that the incident was unfortunate and inexcusable, that Britney is going to be taking the right steps and she will comply with the law, and that hopefully this can be the first step in long overdue change that needs to occur in her life. The statement says her sons will be spending some time with her and loved ones will be coming up with an overdue needed plan to set her up for success and well-being.
Even your rep is coming out and being like,
she needs help. We all know it. We've all seen it
Yes.
now since she was released from her conservatorship.
Yeah, and in the past, I don't know what is it. I mean, the Instagram reels and stuff have always been weird, but in the past 2 months, they've gotten really weird.
I do think she deleted her Instagram. I don't know if it's back up or not. She does that from time to time.
Okay.
But after her arrest, she did delete her Instagram. But the video that she posted a few days ago was disturbing.
She had the nip slip. It was like interpretive dance of some sort. And you could see it in her eyes.
Yeah,
she was high as a kite in that video.
Yeah. Well, speaking of driving while impaired, we will not be seeing body cam footage of Justin Timberlake's 2024 DWI arrest in the Hamptons anytime soon. A judge yesterday agreed to approve a temporary restraining order requested by Timberlake's attorneys to prevent the release of the footage. The village of Sag Harbor has until April 9th to submit documentation to show cause as to why the footage should be released. So they can say, well, it's public information request, but Timberlake's side does have you can request footage not be shown if it will do you personal damage.
Which
there is some case to be made.
Yes.
Now I want to see it because I am nosy. Really.
Yeah.
But Justin Timberlake does have a case to be made that it could ruin his reputation. And
I can see that, especially in today's world of cancel culture and jumping on someone who's made a mistake. But at the same time, a DUI it wasn't at the Hamptons or Long Island. Yeah, in the rich neighborhood of the Hamptons, we have had musicians and actors and celebrities do way worse things than driving with an elevated blood alcohol level, and they've gone on and done very successful things, or made millions, or continued with their their craft.
Well, and you and I would not be afforded the same consideration.
Not even remotely close.
And I will guarantee you we'll get Britney Spears body cam footage before Justin Timberlake's, because that's just how it works for Britney.
Yes. Yeah.
She doesn't.
You're probably right.
She doesn't seem to have a bunch of people in her corner.
Right. Yeah, I think you're right.
So, I don't know. Interesting, though. Those are your three things.
All right, you're about to learn something new about me, something I haven't shared on this show before, but I have a little bit of a superpower. And that is, with one question, without even seeing you or knowing you, with one simple question, ladies, I can pretty accurately guess your boob size.
Oh.
With just one question. Okay? Now, here's the deal. 800-821-9970. I need 3 volunteers right now. I'm gonna show off my superpower. Three women who are willing to call up. Thick's going to talk to you. I'm not even going to talk to you. All right? And then I'm going to show off my superpower.
Okay.
800-821-9970. I need 3 female volunteers right now. But this is all for a reason, because I want to share some science news with you, Kelly. You may or may not have noticed that within the animal kingdom, humans kind of have, or do have, bigger boobs than most of the animal kingdom.
Yeah, what's even comparable?
Nothing really.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess technically it would be maybe a cow's udder.
Oh, yeah.
But are those? I mean, that's where the nipples are. Are those considered boobs?
Yeah, you don't call them boobs.
Know. Yeah. But why do humans have bigger boobs? Well, apparently, a new study has found that inside the animal kingdom, we have evolved to have bigger boobs to keep babies warm.
Oh.
It's the skin-to-skin contact.
Yes.
We do a lot more cuddling than most of the animal kingdom. Our babies are a little more reliant on us. You know, we kind of come out of the baby stage later than most animals. You know.
Yeah, they're kicking you out of the nest real fast in the animal kingdom.
Yeah.
Not us.
I think it's like when a giraffe drops from 10 feet and the mom's like, boog up, get up and walk.
Yeah.
And then they stumble a little bit, but they're up there walking. So when it comes to actual boobs, it is there to not only keep the baby warm when you're nuzzling the baby, but you also have the insulation, if you will, when it comes to lactation and breast milk and things like that.
Okay.
So, you know,
right.
There is a scientific reason.
Keeping the baby and the milk warm.
All of it. Very
of
important.
It. Love it.
All right, Thick is gathering. I bring this up again because I wanted to show off my superpower real quick. Okay. And Thick is gathering our volunteers right now. Again, I'm doing this because I wanted Thick to talk to them, because I'm not talking to I'm not pre-setting this up. I'm not talking to these people. I'm just going to ask one question, and that is it. And then I'm going to show off my superpower in that I can absolutely guess your boob size by one simple question.
All right, I have 3 girls on hold.
3 girls on hold. All right. So we're going to number 1. Who's this? Hi, Blitz. Who's this? Hello? Blitz, are you there?
Oh, there she is.
Hey,
Hi. Who's this?
morning.
Is this Lish?
Yep.
Hi, Lish. Okay, Lish. There. I didn't know your name. All right, Lish is your name. All right, Lish. One question, and I'm going to be able to guess your boob size, okay?
Good luck.
All right, here we go. What is your favorite wing sauce?
Asian Zing.
Oh, Asian Zing. Okay.
That's a good one.
That is a good one. Now, technically, I would think that, when it comes to cultures and such, Asians tend to have smaller chest sizes. However, you got the zing in there. You got a little bite. You got a little kick to you. You like to heat things up. Lish. So I'm thinking you're a little bit on the bigger side when it comes to boobs. Am I right? You're on the bigger side?
I am.
I'm thinking you are a 36D.
You almost got it right.
What is it?
36 double D.
Oh, see? I told you.
Wow.
I am right there. I am right there. Thank you, Lish. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. All right, who are you? Line 2? Hi, who's this? Blitz, hi, who's this? Blitz, hi, who's this? Are our phones working today?
Yeah.
Hi, who's this?
Hello?
Hi.
Hello?
Hi. Hello. Can you hear me?
She can hear you.
Well, she keeps saying hello, so how am I supposed to
You
know?
keep saying hello.
Who is this?
It's Nikki.
Nikki, thank you very much, Nikki. All right, one simple question. I'm going to guess your boob size. Nikki, who was the 23rd president of the United States?
I don't know.
Okay. No, that's important. Because I have to assume that you relied more on your body than your brains getting through life. Because you know. So you got to be a little bit bigger. You got to be a little bit bigger in the chest area. So when someone asks you a question like, who's the 23rd president? You're like, look here.
Big boobs.
Yeah. Definitely big boobs. I'm saying 38 double D.
36 double D.
Oh, see? I'm telling you. One question. That's all it takes.
That's pretty close.
Nikki, thank you very much. Appreciate the call. Let's do one last one. Blitz, hi, who's this?
Hi, this is Liza.
See, that's how it's done. Hi, who's this? This is Liza. Perfect. Thank you, Liza.
You're welcome.
Liza, here we go. One question. I guess your boob size. Liza, what is Tom Hanks' best movie?
Big.
See, you gave it away right there. You are subconsciously thinking of your boobs right now. I know it. So you're big. Oh, we had 2 36 double Ds in a row. I bet you beat them. I bet you're bigger than that. You went straight for big. Oh, and you bet. Okay. You're going, you're a 48E.
What?
What
are you talking about?
What?
48D.
See? I told you! See?
I can't even deal right now.
Unbelievable.
Superpower.
I can't even.
Liza, thank you very much.
Oh, my
I
God.
hope you have a great weekend.
Big boobs.
That's right.
I can't.
Liza means business.
Liza's not messing around.
No, she is not.
The knockers, as in knockers you out. Thank you, Lish, Nikki, and Liza for volunteering. All right, there's a lot happening in the corporate world over the past couple days, especially with some big companies. So I figured, why don't we visit the New York Stock Exchange and the old, what is it, the S&P 500, and hit that opening bell. Got some big corporate news to share with you. We start with Wendy's. If you're looking for a new job, here's one for you. How would you like to make 6 figures? Because Wendy's has a job opening that pays $100,000 a year. And what do you have to do? You've got to eat Wendy's. They're looking for a CTO, a chief tasting officer.
And you can't be weird about it like the McDonald's guy. You got to know how to eat a hamburger.
Yeah, you got to do better than the McDonald's CEO for sure. It's a temporary role, not an ongoing thing. Basically, you're going to be paid to eat Wendy's. That is from the Wendy's website.
I deserve this job. No, seriously, I deserve this job. I worked there for 2 years in high school.
Okay.
Worked my butt off for that place, Stringtown Road in Grove City, and I've been eating it my entire life. Yeah.
I
deserve
support
this
your
job.
candidacy.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you might have to fight my 13-year-old stepson because that is his absolute favorite as well. So if you want to apply for the chief tasting officer, you're going to help bring the vibes, taste, and creativity to the company in ways no one else can. Basically, you get paid to eat Wendy's, be chill, and maybe make some content. So, of course, they want you to put it on social media. You can apply at wendyschieftastingofficer.com. It's work from home. The requirements are a human mouth, a pulse, and opinions.
Well.
Oh, a human mouth.
Yes.
Oh, sorry, Thick.
What does he have? A dog mouth?
A bass mouth.
Oh, a bass mouth.
I'm just kidding.
Biggest perk, of course, the $100,000 you'll get paid. No other benefits. Says it's a job AI can't steal because, well, no mouth.
Yeah.
That's the job posting. So Wendy's ChiefTastingOfficer.com is where you can find it. Now, if you're looking for other work benefits, you may want to head out to California, namely like the San Francisco area and also in Washington, D.C., because apparently these tech companies, including Palantir and Hello Patient, are now providing a new benefit for employees who are in the office, working their butt off, and need that little extra pick-me-up. They have now put vending machines in their offices giving out nicotine and Zyn pouches for free.
No.
Yes. Doesn't that seem weird and borderline not illegal? I mean, nicotine's legal, but
it's like 1970 all over again.
That's so
It's like
strange.
Mad Men.
Yes. Yeah, instead of keeping your couple bottles of expensive scotch or whiskey, now you're putting in vending machines with Zyn pouches and other forms of nicotine. That seems so strange as a work benefit. Now, granted, if you use them, if you are a nicotine user, you know how expensive it has gotten. But to offer it for free at work?
How about like a Celsius?
Well, yeah,
You know,
I think
energy drink.
I mean, granted, those aren't exactly healthy, but it seems healthier than nicotine to me. I don't know. And then if you're kind of the worker who gets worn out and tired, and then you're like, oh, let me try this, and all of a sudden you're addicted to Zyn, can you sue in 20 years when you get the mouth cancer? That just seems so odd to me that you would do something like this. And finally,
What if you're a good old-fashioned pipe smoker? It doesn't sound fair.
yeah, where I got my cobblestone pipe. Give me the tobacco to stuff in there, and I need some matches. And finally, let's talk about Southwest Airlines. They are making some news, and I don't fully blame them for making the news, because the first thing they're making news for is just not too long ago, they implemented the purchased seats now, the assigned seating, because forever Southwest did open seating. And what they saw was, and what they've known for a very long time, is Southwest Airlines historically had a far higher rate of wheelchair use when it came to their airline. People being pushed up to the terminal. I can't walk the entire way. I need a wheelchair. And then, of course, when you get to the terminal and they start boarding, what happens? Anyone who needs assistance boarding the plane boards now. And that's always first. And with open seating, you would get off your wheelchair and you would pick the seat you want, and you got the seat you want because you were on the plane before anyone else. Well, lo and behold, ever since they have done assigned seating and pre-boarding no longer includes open seating, they have seen a drastic drop in wheelchair use and
So
wheelchair.
we had fakers.
Tons of them.
Oh, wow.
They
Dang.
always assumed that what was going on, but you can't call someone out and be like, you don't need that wheelchair. That's just asking for a lawsuit. But now that they've changed it, they have seen a dramatic drop in people who are using and need wheelchair assistance.
Wow.
Now, that being said, I do blame Southwest Airlines for this, because they have started experimenting with cabin cleaners only cleaning premium and extra legroom seats.
Gross.
Because as you've gotten off a plane before, you may have seen some people start working their way in as you're one of the last to get off, and they're wiping down the seats, and they're collecting the garbage, and they have decided, you know what? We're going to try something. Only cleaning premium and extra legroom seats. So if you're in the middle or back of the plane, you're sitting in some previous passenger funk.
You know they're already not cleaning it very well. They're going over it real fast.
They're doing a real quick wipe down.
So they're
for
not even
sure.
doing that. That is gross.
Now, Southwest is one of the few airlines that doesn't usually have cleaners come on board between flights. Instead, the flight attendants tidy up. So now it's going to be even less than that. So if you're flying Southwest, you may want to bring a packet of Clorox wipes. Make sure you get that tray. Make sure you get the handles, your armrests, and do a little wipe down.
I can't even think about it. Like, I have to sit down and have just completely ignore what I know I'm sitting in someone else's filth.
Yeah, you definitely are. You definitely are. And then most likely you're going to get the one guy who ate the tuna fish sandwich on the flight, and he's just squeaking them out right there into the seat. So just be leery if you're flying.
What about the seat that's like containing the previous person, all the previous person's like farts.
Oh, yeah. You got the farts, you got the dry skin that's all over the place. Yeah. You got the sweat from the back of the head, right in the headrest. Yeah. Just be Larry when you're flying Southwest next time. All right, I was just telling you about Southwest and some of the changes that are going on there, including they've gone to ticketed seating, no longer just buying a random ticket and then picking your seats. Hopefully you get there early and get a good seat. They actually are assigned seats now. And the fact that they are kind of cutting back on some of the cleaning, like they're only going to do the front rows and the extended legroom seats. And the peons in back.
Yeah, you can all die in your own juices.
Yes, that's about it. Now, there's another story that came out yesterday about, they call it a travel hack. I don't know if it's a travel hack. I definitely have done this before, both by choice and just by, price. But it's called seat divorce for the couples that like to travel together. And basically, it's for the couples and one of you or both of you hate the middle seat. So when you buy your tickets or when you get on the plane, you might sit in separate rows. You're on seat divorce. Oh. You'll break up or disembark and go your separate ways when you get on the plane, and then when you get off, you meet when you walk off the plane there.
So, like, if you both like window seats, you'll get a window seats in different aisles. I gotcha. Yeah.
Yep. And so you have no problem sitting in other seats. And I don't have a problem with it because 99.9% of the time I'm watching a movie or I'm falling asleep on the plane. Sometimes there have been, I remember trips to Vegas where we had, started the party on the plane and we're laughing and we're joking and we're ready for Vegas.
Right.
It's a different kind of flight. Again, for the most part, I'm sleeping or I'm watching a movie of some sort. So whether you're sitting next to me or not, sure, it's nice to hold your hand. Sure, if the plane goes down, I want to be next to you. But other than that, we're going to save some money because you can buy cheaper tickets than, two seats together. I'm all for it. I've got no problem with it. Kelly, have you done a seat divorce? Are you okay with a seat divorce?
I'm okay with it. I would prefer to travel next to Charlie because we have such a good time together. Like, that is increasing my enjoyment.
I agree with you.
So I prefer it that way. However, like, if I really almost have to sit on an aisle because I've like claustrophobia crazy on a plane.
Okay.
So sitting on an aisle seat is my only option. So I guess if there was some reason to where I could not get an aisle or it was like aisle seat with, I don't know.
If you're stuck in the middle.
Yeah, if he's at a window and my only option is the middle seat, I might prefer to sit in another room so I can get an aisle.
Okay, all right. 800-821-9970. Do you do the seat divorce all the time? Like, are you 100% on board with the seat divorce? Would you never? Do you do it sometimes? Thick, what about you? Seat divorce?
We've never done that.
You've never done that?
No, not because, no.
You've never jumped on and been like, okay, well, we can both have window seats, so we're going to pick those two seats specifically.
The last time we flew, there's these seats where there's only two seats. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always will pay extra to get the two seats.
Okay.
All
right.
And she doesn't care about the window, so
it all works out.
Yeah, and I like the window
I'm
seat.
okay with a middle seat if I get the emergency row exit or the leg room. I'm more concerned about the leg room than the side to side for the most part.
Yes. Yeah,
now, if
I agree.
if I'm in a regular seat, I would prefer the aisle or the window.
Yeah.
But yeah, if I can get the extra leg room, then I don't mind the middle seat. 800-821-9970. Would you do a seat divorce? Have you done a seat divorce? One expert summed it up about the hesitation you might feel about doing this, saying, we've been culturally conditioned to equate visible proximity to relationship health. You don't have to necessarily sit next to each other all the time. Said sitting side by side becomes shorthand for we're good. We like to be next to each other. So thinking if you're sitting away from each other, something's wrong. I don't think that's the case.
No, I don't either.
In fact, I think it's probably a bigger flex if you can sit separately because you're comfortable in your relationship. You know that you can have your own time and it's not going to be a big deal. It's not going to hurt the relationship. No one's jealous. No one's like, what? You don't want to sit next to me? Like that kind of thing. So, if you've done this, love to hear from you. 800-821-9970, 99.7 The Blitz.
And now, all right, I'm listening. The 3 things you need to know before you go.
Well, quite an update on the story out of Cleveland involving the discovery of the bodies of 2 young girls in 2 suitcases in a field earlier this week. Police have arrested the girls' mother, 28-year-old Aaliyah Henderson. She is charged with 2 counts of aggravated murder in the deaths of 10-year-old Amor and 8-year-old Mila. And when police went to her house to take the mom, Aaliyah Henderson, in custody, there was another child in the home. So they snatched that child out of the home and placed the kid with the Department of Children and Family Services. Yeah. Very, very disturbing, sad story there. President Trump's cabinet is seeing its first major shakeup of his second term. Kristi Noem is out as Homeland Security Secretary. Picked to replace her is Oklahoma Republican Senator Markwayne Mullin. He still needs to be confirmed by the Senate, but Mullin says his plan is to build off the things that didn't quite go as planned at DHS. Now, Trump did fire Noem yesterday, but then he named her special envoy for the Shield of the Americas, which is a brand new security initiative in the Western Hemisphere to strengthen cooperation against crime, drug cartels, and mass migration. Well, yes, indeed, the rich keep getting richer. In a rare acquisition, Netflix has purchased a company called Interpositive, which is a startup founded in 2022 by Ben Affleck. And what it does is make AI-powered tools for filmmakers. Now, we don't know how much Netflix paid Ben Affleck for his startup. I didn't even know he had a startup. But we do know that Affleck will serve as a senior advisor to Netflix to provide guidance in the use of Interpositive. Now, Interpositive does not produce generative AI videos or scripts. It doesn't do anything like that. What it does is help in post-production. It helps us with mixing and color. It can relight shots for you. If something you're like, that's a little too dark, this AI can,
So it's more post-production type stuff. Okay,
yes. They can help with visual effects, tools designed to help filmmakers produce higher quality content. So Netflix has purchased this. I would really love to know for how much. It's got to be millions.
I'm sure.
And millions and millions. So anyway, whatever. It
still seems a little weird, though, for someone like Ben Affleck, who is so entrenched in Hollywood and has gone all the routes, starting as like a young actor, writing his own script, producing, acting, directing, all of it, and how against Hollywood and the people of Hollywood are against AI, as they should be. That he would do anything with AI seems a little odd.
Yeah, I mean, as long as they stay away from, producing content with AI.
Right, and actually
producing
making
original
movies.
content.
Right, yes.
Yeah, but I guess AI is just going to sort of be seeping into every area of our lives.
You're right, it will.
Yeah. All right, those are your 3 things.
Kelly, you done with your taxes? You and Charlie done?
No, we're last minuters. We usually owe, so hang on to your own money as long as you can.
Yeah.
You might not this year.
Yeah?
I mean, depends on where you fall.
Because of the new tax code.
Thick, what about you? You do your taxes yet?
No, we'll get them done this month.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Mine are done. Mine are sent off.
Nice.
I'm going to need me a good old payment plan, I can tell you that much.
Oh, really?
Oh, my God. Oh, thousands.
No.
Yes, 100%.
Did you not get enough taken out?
I don't know, but thousands more than I've ever owed before. So, yeah, I'm going to be doing the old payment plan. But if you have not done it yet, the IRS has put out a warning that you got to be real careful of. Because if you spend any time on social media, there are people out there that offer advice. You've got your companies, you've got your Liberties, your Liberty Bibberties, and your H&R Blockacies, and all those other people.
Into it.
But if you decide to look on social media, there are people who want to help you. And there are some people who say they know all the ins and outs of the tax code, and there are ways to shift here and shift there that might help you out. And I know there were quite a few years when I owned my own businesses, whether it be the restaurant I owned or my entertainment company. There are some ins and outs you may not know about. I met a guy who actually specialized in radio DJ taxes.
Oh.
And when you look at things like back in the day, magazine subscriptions, cable, all could be written off.
Like even a clothing expense?
Clothing expense, haircuts. You could write those things off. If you had personal appearances, you could write off some of that stuff. If you were doing research for your morning show, you need to know what's going on in the world. So your cable was, a write-off. Your magazines or whatever you were doing was your write-off.
Now I think internet service is
internet can be, So, again, there are ins and outs depending on what you do for a living, for sure.
And that's if you're, filing itemized.
If you're itemizing, right.
But
you can do the generic.
They increased the personal exemption. It went up so much several years ago that
some people aren't doing the itemized.
Yeah.
It's not worth it to them.
You can't come up with that much.
Now, are you going to get more on your refunds if you do more tax credits according to the advice you can get on social media? Well, it's possible. However, the IRS has put out the warning. They have seen a lot of these videos. They know about these influencers who specialize in tax code and such, and they're saying, just be real careful of the advice you're following and the secret credits you can get, because that is encouraging people to not be totally truthful on their tax returns. They're trying to bend it a little bit here and there. Now, that being said, it's been bent for a long, long time. If you know anyone with money, you know how they've bent the tax code before. So they're just saying, double and triple check what you're taking breaks on.
We had a local newscaster that tried to write off their outfits, their clothes.
And underclothes.
And they're under. Yeah, and she got hammered for penalties and stuff for that.
The clothes I could see.
Yeah, but no.
I mean, I used to get tax breaks on my clothes. Well, I also didn't make enough to be audited. They're not getting anything from me if they audit me. There's no point.
What about your lingerie, though? Did you try to write that off?
No, that was for comfort. That was just for me. However, they say that over the past few years, the IRS has assessed more than $160 million in penalties on thousands for false tax credit claims tied to social media. People have opened... No, the guy on TikTok said I could do this.
Yeah.
No, that doesn't work.
Do you remember the guy who used to run around a lot of the radio stations? This was nationwide TV, like news interviews. His name was Irwin Schiff. He's since passed away. But he used to say that federal income tax was unconstitutional. And he always encouraged you every tax season to not pay your federal taxes.
Yes.
I'm like, why did we put this guy on the air?
And
That's so illegal.
There are a ton of people, and I get it, who believe taxation is theft, and you can go down a whole rabbit hole of that stuff. But no matter what you believe, they're going to come after you, just so you know.
Yeah, they don't give a damn what you believe.
So, again, if you haven't done your taxes yet, just be careful, especially if you're following advice from an online tax influencer.
Not so breaking news. The news already broke. We're trying to put it back together.
Utter fail, Thick. Utter fail.
Uh-oh. Thick's supposed to warn Goose.
Right,
when
supposed to warn me.
Seconds,
yes.
so he can not have a mouthful of food when he approaches the mic. This is breakfast time.
Right. Every morning, same time.
Sorry.
Let's see.
I was having a discussion with Kelly about salmon. What do you want me to do?
That's true.
Right.
Salmon stories are very important. All right. We have got a special not so breaking news this morning because both stories are right out of Hollywood. This is life imitating art to the fullest. The first story. Do you remember a little movie where a young teenage boy is friends with a very old scientist?
Yes.
And is told, I've got a way to time travel.
Did that guy have like a DeLorean?
He did have a DeLorean, yes, of course.
I seem to recall that.
We are talking about Back to the Future. And if you remember, in the movie Back to the Future, Marty McFly makes his way back to 1955 and meets the younger versions of his parents and his parents' social circle, including the a-hole known as Biff. And during this movie, there is a chase scene, and Biff is chasing Marty McFly, and Marty McFly's on a skateboard, Biff's in his car, and then Marty McFly does a couple maneuvers, and next thing you know, Biff and his friends have to skid out of the way of a car accident and end up hitting a truck.
Yes.
Do you remember what was in that truck?
Was it a trash truck?
It was not a trash truck. No.
Bernard! I hate Bernard!
manure. Yes.
That's right. Nothing but a bunch of animal poop. So we head over to Roaring Springs, Pennsylvania, where local fire departments are asking drivers to slow down after 2 cars crashed on Monday. Friendship Fire Company and Roaring Springs was dispatched at 6:22 a.m. for a motor vehicle crash, and when they arrived, they found not 1, but 2 cars smashed in the back of a piece of farming equipment. And this piece of farming equipment, let me tell you, if you've seen Back to the Future during the car crash, you know that when the manure dumps into the car, it's quite clumpy. It's more of a dry manure.
Yeah.
This car that they hit, not dry manure at all.
Oh.
This is a very wet manure-covered car I am looking at. Here you go, Kelly. How about this?
Oh, that's some splatter.
That is...
Oh, that looks like you ran into a straight-up poop truck.
Yeah.
Like, you're not ever getting that clean, let's be honest.
No, this car is done for.
Yeah, all the detailing in the world is not going to help.
Not happening. No, this... it looks like whatever animal this was had a lot of greasy food the night before. Yeah. So, thankfully, everyone was okay. But, yes, both cars are now going to be dunzo and totaled because, that is a crappy situation right there.
Yes.
Full blown. Story number 2 for your not-so-breaking news takes us over to Sin City, and we are talking about the plot of the movie The Hangover. Great movie. And if you remember, in said movie... the men go out for a night on the town in Las Vegas. And then there's a kind of a cut scene where 3 of them wake up in a hotel room. And none of them can remember what happened the night before.
Yes.
And then Alan, like most men, wakes up from a bender and has to go pee. He walks into the bathroom where they find a tiger that they have, you find out later, stolen from Mike Tyson. Well... It seems to have happened for real because a 33-year-old tourist from Canada named Mitchell Fairbairn was just arrested after police say he stole a flamingo from the habitat at the Flamingo Hotel and took the bird back to his room.
Oh, now you don't know how to care for a flamingo.
So you say, Kelly. Because according to Mitchell, he knows what's going on. He says... After he was arrested, he thought the flamingo was in distress, and he knew how to pop a bird's wing back into place because of his background as a farm boy. But no, that really wasn't the case. He was caught on surveillance entering the habitat around 5 a.m. and grabbing Peachy. That was the name of the flamingo. He was also pretty rough with some of the other birds, but he did carry Peachy back to his room. Now, here's the deal. I've been to Vegas many times. And there has never been once, not a single instance ever, that I have made it from point A to point B, point A being anywhere inside your hotel and on the strip, to point B being your hotel room. I have never, ever been to Vegas and made it from point A to point B without seeing someone, without running into someone, without crossing paths with someone. So how did he make it from the flamingo habitat to his hotel room without being spotted by anyone?
Yeah, not a soul was like, that doesn't look right.
I mean, in most Vegas hotels, you can't even get into the elevator bay without showing your key card because they don't want strangers and prostitutes just heading up the elevator. So they've got people watching the elevators. So how did he make it to his hotel room? I don't understand. For what it's worth, the hotel said the birds are being cared for by veterinarians, and it looks like they'll make a full recovery. But they've got people for that. They don't need your help taking care of the animals and such. Some people. Oh, by the way, police say that it looks like alcohol was involved.
Yeah,
that's your not-so-breaking news. All right. If you want to check out some MLS soccer, you will have the opportunity to do so because Columbus Crew is kicking off their season. In fact, it looks like they're kicking off their season tomorrow.
It's the home opener. They already played twice.
Oh, did they really?
Yeah, first two
I did
games
not
were on
know
the
that.
road. Yeah,
Okay.
they had one loss and one tie. This will be their home opener, and man, it's a night game.
Wait, are you sure? Because it says Chicago. Are you sure it's a home game? I'm looking at the schedule.
Yeah, Chicago's here.
Why do they have Chicago listed second? Do they do it differently in soccer?
It is. It's reversed.
Really?
Yes.
I did not know that.
Yes.
That's a bunch of BS.
It took me so long to get used to that. I always wanted to say it the opposite way. Yeah, so it's got,
So the team listed first in soccer is the home team.
Yeah.
Did not know that. Okay, well, home opener tomorrow, 7:30. Yes.
Yeah.
Thankfully, it looks like we're at least
Scott's
gonna have
Miracle
some-
Grow Field.
Yeah. I was there yesterday because
At the stadium?
Yeah, because the Columbus Crew did a food tasting, and they put out a bunch of the new food items you're going to be able to get, whether you're in the like the sweet section or for some of the vendors. You know, the well, for us peons, they get regular tickets and aren't sitting in a suite with catered food and everything.
Yeah.
But I can tell you this, all of it's delicious. So we've got some video that's going to be going up, and you can check out some of the new food. When you go, get the crew nut, which is a croissant donut in the sugar, like the glazed donut glaze.
Like a cronut, but they call it a crew nut?
Yes.
I love that.
Yes. And it's got the yellow and black frosting on it.
Oh, nice.
Every time I had a sample of food, I always finished it with a slice of crew nut. Oh.
I love that.
Before we continue, how did you end up doing this?
Well, I got an email from our promotions director that was sent like a month ago, and she wasn't checking her emails, so she just forwarded it to me late Wednesday and said, "Hey, I'm going tomorrow. If you want to go and make some social media content." And I said, "Yeah, I'll go." You wouldn't have gone. Oh, maybe you would have.
I would have gone to that in a heartbeat.
Oh, I apologize. Next time I'll let you know.
You're confusing him with me.
Right.
I would never have gone.
So here's the deal. We had a great time, got some social media content, got to meet the executive chef of the Columbus Crew, nice guy. And I parked in the street in front of the stadium. And as I'm leaving, I made a right. And I figured if I made a right and I make another right and I make another right, I'm back where I began. That kind of seems like common sense.
You're in downtown Columbus, man. Nothing makes sense.
Well, not only that, but I was in the arena district right around Scott's Miracle Grow Field.
Right.
And so I make the first right, and the second right I make, the street, it's a street, but it's not a street. It's more like an extended wide driveway kind of thing. And I'm driving, I'm following a car. It's actually a truck that I was following. And next thing you know, there's a gate. But there's nowhere to turn around, so I have to follow this truck into the gate. And then I start seeing, like, private parking signs, and I start seeing vendor parking signs, and I start seeing box trucks. I see a couple semi-trucks. I see, what are the receiving docks?
Yeah.
You know, and I'm like, oh.
You're in the service.
Yep.
lot.
I made a wrong turn. I am not supposed to be here. So I quickly pull into a parking spot, pull out, reverse, go back the other way I came. Unfortunately, the gate we came through is now closed. I've got no way of getting out of this secured area. And I'm like, oh, no. So I sit there. I pull up real close to the gate thinking like it's an automatic something.
Nothing to
which
push.
it wasn't. No. So I back up. I go back to the parking spot. I find some worker, and I'm like, hey. So I was just following a car, and I ended up back here. He's like, yeah, no problem, man. And then the gate opened. And
Now, let me tell you how lucky you are, because if it was in the 80s, you would have been square right in the middle of the Ohio Penitentiary. Like, you would have been caught up in there.
That's where that was.
Yeah, they tore it down.
That's
Okay.
how lucky you are.
I'm very thankful. But it brought up a question. Where did you accidentally end up that you weren't supposed to be? Did you make a wrong turn? Did you go through the wrong door? Were you just walking, with your head down in your phone, and next thing you know, you're someplace you're not supposed to be? 800-821-9970. I would love to know. Cody says, on my way to graduation rehearsal in El Paso, Texas, I took the wrong exit heading to downtown and ended up in Juarez.
Oh my gosh.
Being an Army brat, it was all bad because military personnel were not allowed in Juarez at the time due to being targets of the cartel. So it took a minute to turn around and get back.
Whoopsie-daisy.
That is not a place you want to be accidentally.
That's a big accident.
In Juarez. 800-821-9970. Blitz, hi, who's this?
Good morning, it's Tristan.
Hey, Tristan, where did you accidentally end up that you weren't supposed to be?
All right, so obviously I still deal with the medical equipment, and with Grant Hospital in downtown, they're doing a bunch of construction, and storage rooms are now being moved all over the place. Well, I didn't know where to go. I asked somebody, and he goes, oh, yeah, I can help you. And I'm like, you're a little overconfident. This doesn't seem well. He goes up to someone, gets the directions to navigate through the hospital. Next thing I know, he's telling me, put on scrubs. We got to walk through this area. Gets us lost, and we ended up in the trauma core of Grant operating rooms. And next thing I know, there's people everywhere. There's a patient on the table. They're screaming for stuff. And I'm like, dude, we should not be in here.
Wow. You ended up in the OR.
What?
That's
not in the room, but like outside in the court. And I'm like, dude, I know I have security clearance to be here, but I'm not trying to be here.
Right.
Did they tell you to scrub up?
Yeah, I had scrubs on. I had covers. I'm like, dude, where do we go? Come on, get out of here.
Yeah, you got to go. Here, clamp off this artery real quick. Don't move. Tristan, thanks for the call, man. We really appreciate it. Have yourself a great weekend. Blitz. Well, goodbye to you, too. Dan texted in and said, I live in Chillicothe now, but I lived here when I used to work in Southern Ohio. I accidentally got off of 23 at the atomic plant. Imagine my surprise when there was a gate with armed security. Thankfully, they just let me quickly turn around before.
I did. This was last September. 670 was closed before our exit, my exit here at 33. But I don't know. Somehow, like I followed a pickup truck, a regular truck, and he made it around the cones and just kept going. And I'm like, well, I need to keep going, so I'll just follow this guy. Oh, if we didn't get flagged down by the police, the guy's like, you're on a closed freeway.
Right.
I'm like, I'm just following that guy. It's not my fault.
Yeah.
Vacation. When they close freeways, they put up big signs like this one.
Right, yeah. I had that happen in Chicago. We were walking, and we ended up walking under some scaffolding, and because that happens all the time in big cities.
It's scaffolding always.
Always. And so they usually leave a walkway. And so we did. What we didn't notice was on the sides of the scaffolding was actually some gates. And so we entered the construction zone. And all of a sudden we hear, hey!
Yeah.
And we're like, what? We don't see anyone. Hey, you're not supposed to be here. The guy was on the second floor. Yelling down
at you.
Because he saw no hard hat, just two people strolling through a construction zone with heavy equipment and steel beams and everything else. You got one thick? Were you somewhere or no?
Just a road that was closed, and it just happened this past fall. It was Westerville Road coming off at 270. I had to go to Sizzle Marine, and so I had my boat.
Oh, that's always fun to turn around.
And so all of a sudden I'm at a closed road, and I'm trying to figure out how to turn around. And it was not easy, but I managed to get it done.
Oh, God.
Let's see.
I had to be found by a park ranger at High Banks about 25 years ago. Got lost, could not find my way back to the parking lot. I was just on a trail, but it was getting dark. It was like dusk and getting darker.
Did you have to call for help?
No, I had no phone. There was no cell phone, no GPS. This was like 25 years ago. I'm raw dogging this thing.
Yeah.
Right? And the park ranger comes out. He's like, hey, is that your car in the lot? I go, yes, I'm lost. He goes, well, that's why I came back here.
Fine, I'm literally looking for you.
Yes.
Blitz, hi, who's this?
Hey, this is Ron, guys.
Hey, Ron, how's it going, man? Where did you end up that you weren't supposed to be?
Well, this was back in 2003 when Metallica, Limp Bizkit, and Linkin Park were playing at the Shoe. My buddy was the head of security for the security firm, but they needed more people, so he vouched for me. Somehow, I ended up in Metallica's dressing room in the morning. And they're like, yeah, you can just chill here. Once it starts up a little bit, you got to go out to the door and stand by the door. So I'm like, all right. Metallica's two, dressing room monitors come by, and they're like, what are you doing here? Like, I was told to just wait till, she just starts barking at me, and they call my manager. Apparently, I wasn't supposed to be chilling on the couch in Metallica's dressing room.
Yeah, you're not supposed to be just maxing and relaxing.
I'm going to need you to leave this quadrant.
That is a good place to end up, though. That's cool. Thank you for the call.
Thanks, guys.
1395 says, we were at a work function that was a really fancy dinner, and we ended up at a wedding reception. My friend was the one that pointed it out. After we had already had drinks and hors d'oeuvres, it's like, wait a minute. I don't recognize anyone here. We're not supposed to be here. So after another drink and another round of hors d'oeuvres, we went to our function. Yeah, that is the way to do it. Blitz, hi, who's this?
Donnie.
Donnie, where did you end up that you weren't supposed to be?
So my aunt and uncle lived in Vine Grove, Kentucky, which was a suburb of Fort Knox. Out driving the back roads and got lost and ended up in the Army base at Fort Knox.
Oh!
Whoa.
Yeah, how did they react to that?
They did not react well. They escorted us out, got everybody's IDs, the whole 9 yards. Yeah, they weren't happy.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's not a place that they take lightly with
especially
people
when you said,
around.
"Where's the gold?"
I meant to steal the Declaration of Independence, but I ended up here. I guarantee, now that we know it's in production, side note, I guarantee Fort Knox is in the third National Treasure movie.
All right.
I would bet a ton of money
Okay.
that the Fort Knox is in there. Anyways, thank you for the call. I appreciate it.
That's a good one.
And now, all right, I'm listening. The 3 things you need to know before you go.
Kokosing Construction is now offering a $100,000 reward for information on the driver who struck and killed one of their employees in Columbus last week. 25-year-old Jordan Thomas was with a Kokosing road crew early last Saturday morning when he was hit on I-70 near 315. Columbus police say the vehicle involved was an older maroon Toyota Camry. If you have any info, contact Crime Stoppers. We are getting more details about a triple homicide in remote Utah in which 3 women were murdered in 2 separate locations. The suspect in custody is a 22-year-old man named Ivan Miller. He sounds like a true psychopath. He admitted the entire thing. He said it all started when he was in his truck and he hit an elk. Destroyed his truck. He couldn't drive it. So he was like, hey, I really needed transportation. And, oh, yeah, some money while I'm at it. So they say that he first killed 86-year-old Margaret Oldroyd on Wednesday at her home in Lyman, Utah. He said that he slept in her shed Tuesday night and then snuck into her house when she left on an errand on Wednesday. When she returned, he shot her and stole her Buick LeSabre. He decided, he's telling this all to the police. He said, I didn't really want to drive the LeSabre. So he drove to a national park nearby, parked near a trail. And when these 2 women got out of a Subaru, apparently he was like, I like that car. So he shot and killed 65-year-old Linda Dewey and her 34-year-old niece, Natalie Graves, took the Subaru and the credit cards. Investigators were able to trace the key fob from the Subaru to Pagosa Springs, Colorado, where Miller was arrested yesterday morning. He is charged with 3 counts of aggravated murder. None of the victims knew Miller. Is that?
Yeah, he's a psycho.
A psycho.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. The men's basketball program at California State University Bakersfield is in last place in the Big West Conference, but number 1 when it comes to tasty scandals. Back in August, someone sent then men's basketball coach Rod Barnes an anonymous email that said the team's temporary assistant coach, Kevin Mays, was also working as a pimp across 4 different states. So the email was then forwarded to the university's HR department and the police department. They're like, yeah, somebody might want to look at this. That triggered an investigation and the arrest of Coach Kevin Mays, who is being held without bail, charged with multiple felonies, including pimping. That is this is the actual...
Pimping is the charge.
It's the name of the charge, pimping. Also, possession of automatic firearms and high-capacity magazines. And he's charged with possession of hundreds of images of child porn.
Oh, yeah, you can't do that.
He's pleaded not guilty. Like I said, he is in jail. There's no bond for this guy. He's been in jail since September, I think. He has a court date next Friday. So that's scandalous.
What school was that again?
Cal State Bakersfield.
Okay. So, I mean, I get it. At that level, we know some basketball coaches that are making the big bucks for those big programs. You're at a smaller school. You got to supplement your income somehow. So it be pimping, baby.
You be pimps be pimping.
Pimps be pimping sometimes.
Dang.
His pimp hand is strong.
Right. Those are your 3 things.
So the Arnold Classic kicked off yesterday. It is a full weekend. If you're downtown at all, you're going to see just an onslaught of very large people walking around. As I said, I'm very curious. I definitely want to go into one of these restaurants and see how shiny the lights are bouncing off of all of that body oil, because you know it's going to happen. It's going to be like giant disco balls in every restaurant. Now, the voice you hear is a gentleman who is here and has been multiple years of the Arnold Classic, and that would be Mr. Mark Henry. Sir, how are you?
I'm great, man. How are you doing?
Very well. Thank you very much.
Hey, you amused me already.
Oh, I will take that compliment.
That's great, because you say you're going to do the meathead challenge.
Meathead versus meathead, yeah.
Oh, that's so good.
Absolutely.
I might steal it. I'm not going to steal it. I'm going to borrow it.
You are.
And then I'm going to give it back.
Sir, you can have whatever you want, and I will not question anything you say, man. That is Mark Henry, of course, not only, strongman, Olympic weightlifter, professional wrestler, WWE legend.
He won the first Arnold Strongman Classic.
I mean, you've been doing this a long time. I was going over some history, and is it true that by, what was it, like 6th grade, you were already 5'5" and 225 pounds?
225.
I was going to say, how did that work in your family? Did you tower over everyone?
I'm not the largest person in my family. Just to go ahead, full disclosure.
Okay.
My grandmother, her favorite cousin was Chud Adams. She used to say, "Oh, Marcus, he kind of like Chud, just smaller."
That's not right. That's unbelievable.
That was said. We have 4 boys in my family that won Super Bowl. I mean, I'm not the only Olympian in my family.
Right.
Our genetic bloodlines are really deep.
That's ridiculous, because I'm thinking to myself right now, when later today I have to hit the grocery store for the weekend and things, because I have got 2 teenage stepsons sitting at home that are your average size 13-year-old and 17-year-old. And the money I spend on food.
I want to try real quick.
Okay.
So you got 2 teenagers.
2 teenagers, 13 and 17.
A loaf of bread a week.
Okay,
a gallon of milk a week. At least 1 box of cereal.
Snacks. Yeah,
At least 1. 2 bags of chips. Like, you're already in $75 a week.
Yeah, but that's just Tuesday.
Yeah, I'm telling you, that's kind of my point. Is these average sized kids put down food, and it infuriates me.
There's human garbage disposal.
I just bought this.
Why would you put 3 pieces of meat on the sandwich?
Right,
you use 1 piece.
I just can't fathom what it would be like to have 4 of you. 5 of you living in the same house.
My mom had 2. I don't know how she did it.
That's unbelievable.
I don't know how she did it. She was a modest worker. She cleaned houses, made $25 a day. Like, I don't know how she did it.
It's amazing what moms can do.
Yeah, man.
Really
Shout out to the mom.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. So, what are you going to be doing here this year? Obviously, you've been to the Arnold Classic many times. What are you doing here this year?
I'm emceeing the World's Strongest Man. Me and Matt Eierman.
Okay, yeah.
The announcer for the American Ninja Warrior.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, like, he and I will be calling all of the athletes up and doing the introductions and telling the stories. And then Saturday, man, we're going to be at the King of Clubs.
I see this. Yeah, you sent me the flyer.
DJing, the world's strongest DJ is going to be
the world's strongest
on the 1s and 2s.
Oh, how do I get into that party?
Yeah, right. Is that like?
I love that club.
Well, y'all know somebody.
Hey, we know somebody.
You know,
is this just for people at the Arnold Classic, or is this kind of an open
this
party?
For anybody.
All right.
Anybody. I want everybody to come, man.
Okay.
Like you're University of Ohio State, and you just like, hey, man, looking for something different to do. That's us.
King of Clubs. And we were just there a couple weeks ago. Great room.
Yeah.
Amazing environment, amazing food. So if you're going to be DJing, you've got Smackola is also going to be DJing.
You said they got amazing food?
Yeah.
They do. They do have really good food.
Dude, that's a great place. You picked a perfect location.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
They're Philly cheesesteak and fries.
Andrew!
Good stuff.
Let's go!
Good stuff.
Man, I'm down.
All right, so when you were out there breaking records, lifting all kinds of weight, how much were you lifting? How much were you squatting?
I squatted 1,006.
Good Lord.
I benched 601.
Is the 1,006? Is that to the point where the bar starts to bend over your? That's ridiculous.
So they had to improve on the structural integrity of the bars
because people like you were getting so strong couldn't support the weight.
During that time in 94, 95. I started breaking bars. They were like 700-pound bars, right?
Wow.
800-pound bars. And it seemed like every other year the bars would go up. I got a video of me, a bar snapping on my shoulders when I was a young dude, and it threw me about 20 feet. Just because, the inertia of the bar.
Absolutely.
Back and threw me like a rubber band.
A 1-year-old elephant basically weighs 1,000 pounds. So
Wow.
you're sitting there squatting a 1-year-old elephant. Have people come up to you? What's like the weirdest thing you've lifted or pushed or squatted? Anything strange that someone came up to you? Or you did a TV
I have
or something?
all kind of jokes for this, but I'm not going to say it. It's a family show. But, man, I've held planes from taking off.
What?
I've had a crossbar where I have 2 motorcycles, 2 Harleys going different directions.
And you're holding the motorcycles in place?
From taking off. I bent steel with my hands. There's a video that's got like millions of views of me breaking a master lock and chain. Live in front of 17,000 people, might I add.
That's crazy.
Talking about pressure. Well, but I did all the typical strongman stuff, tearing phone books and rolling frying pans and breaking baseball bats and driving nails through wood with my hands.
Right, yep.
All that stuff. If I did that now, it would come out the other
side. Right.
Those calluses don't exist no more. I have soft and supple hands.
That's right. I say that all the time. I got soft, supple hands, man. I can't do that.
Yeah, I'm an inside dog.
Right.
So when I want to know something, I like to go online, ask my friend ChatGPT questions, and I asked AI, who is the world's strongest man? AI said Mark Henry is the real world's strongest man. Even though he didn't win the official World's Strongest Man title itself, his powerlifting totals remain unmatched in drug-tested settings. You did it clean.
Yes, sir.
That is impressive, man.
And they tally up everything.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm the only person ever to, in powerlifting, squat 1,000, deadlift 900, bench 600, snatch in Olympic weightlifting 400 pounds, and clean and jerk 500 pounds. Nobody's ever done it. I'm the only human to do it.
Clean.
Yeah, drug-free.
Props to you, man.
Yeah, I mean, I came close. I had a 400-pounder with a snatch, but I mean, that was a different
family show.
Different kind of weightlifting there. I'm just saying. Man.
Hey, well, the buddy guy, the blues singer, said that, hey, if she stand in front of a Buick and I can see both headlights, I don't want her.
That's the way to comparison. Hey, Mark Henry, thank you so much, man. I know how busy you are this weekend with everything going on, the Arnold Classic. You can get your tickets now. In fact, you were nice enough. You said, hey, should we give away a couple tickets? So if you want to go, we're going to give you a chance to win some tickets for the Arnold Classic. And then, of course, you want to go to the after party, King of Clubs, tomorrow night, March 7th. You're going to be DJing, looks like from 10 to 11:30.
Yep.
You and Smack Ola are going to be up there doing
Smack is going to get it going.
Okay.
Warm up, check the temperature, and then he's going to give me the wrestling wave.
Tall,
I'm going to come in, take the hot tag. Boom, brother.
I don't know, tall, large, salt and pepper beard, bald head, and now DJing. I mean, are we talking to Walmart Shack? What's going on over here? I'm just saying.
NWO.
I'm leaving the studio now. Goodbye.
I get it all the time.
Do you really?
And I'll have to say, he is a foot taller than me.
Right.
Yeah.
That is true.
Like, guys,
he's a foot taller than everybody.
He's 7'3".
Yeah. That is,
like, come on now.
All right. I would never do that. I think you're way better than Czech.
You got a future.
I mean, my first pair of shoes were Reebok pumps that I bought with my own money, Mark Henry, thank you so much for your time.
Thanks for having
me,
man. I really appreciate it.
Arnold Classic downtown at the Convention Center all week long or for the remainder of the weekend. Get your tickets now, 99.7 The Blitz.
Now, let's see if we can learn you something. Sit up and pay attention.
Yeah, let's learn you some stuff on a Friday morning, make you a little bit smarter than you were when you woke up today, send you into the weekend with some cool little tidbits you can share with your friends and family if you want to do so. Like, did you know fall leaf colors, yes, are actually present year-round. Red, orange, yellow. Those pigments show up once the chlorophyll breaks down in autumn.
Right.
Chlorophyll is the chemical that makes leaves green. So basically, those existing colors are there. They're just masked by the great amounts of green chlorophyll that is in the leaves.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's just once that chlorophyll starts to die out, those colors come through.
All right.
Did you know that the band at Tiger Woods' wedding to Elin Nordegren in 2004, he hired Hootie and the Blowfish? I mean, how much do you pay for Hootie and the Blowfish to play your wedding?
I mean,
quite a bit.
$100,000, probably.
Yeah, somewhere. I would bet somewhere around there.
I think Metallica's $1 million for a show.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
I mean, you hear about it all the time overseas.
Yeah.
You know, rich people in Dubai and stuff hiring, bringing over performers for private weddings.
Remember the comedians? They did all those comedians.
All those comedians
over. Yeah, where they paid all the big name comedians.
Oh,
to come
yeah,
over.
But that wasn't a private party. That was like an event. That was a comedy festival.
Oh, I thought that was a private thing.
No. That was a big old comedy festival. Did you know that $2 Chuck once won a top wine award? If you ever go to Trader Joe's, you know all about $2 Chuck and their $2 wine. Trader Joe's 2002 Charles Shaw Shiraz beat out 2,300 other wines to win the prestigious double gold medal at the 28th annual International Eastern Wine Competition. Now, $2 Chuck isn't $1.99 anymore. Inflation, it's about $1.99. It's $2.99 in California and about $3.99 in most other states now. The letter J is the only letter that's never appeared on the periodic table. The letter Q was once used as a placeholder for the name for element 114. However, after its discovery, it was named flerovium, and they chose the final symbol of FL. So the Q is no longer there, but it was used at one point. J, never used.
Mike texted in and said the letter J is the youngest letter in the English alphabet.
Okay.
Is that like the last letter we got in the alphabet, I guess?
I would have, I guess so. I guess it wasn't always there, yeah. And finally, according to the New York Times, the video game industry was one of the first sectors to use AI programming. In the 1980s, the 4 ghosts who chased Pac-Man responded differently based on the player's real-time movements.
Well, that's true.
So they had... Because I always thought, that's news to me, because I had heard the guy who beat Miss Pac-Man said that you learn the patterns so you know what to do.
Yeah.
So if you learn the patterns, that means the patterns are predetermined. So
why'd you say Miss Pac-Man?
Because he was the only person to beat Miss Pac-Man.
Oh.
He got to the end of the game.
Oh, there was an end?
Yeah.
Oh, I remember that story.
The whole screen freezes up.
Yes.
It starts by you lose half the screen and a whole bunch of computer code comes up, and then after that the game freezes.
Well, okay. So yes, there are patterns, but the ghosts still move based on where you move.
Okay.
And you have to follow that exact pattern to get them to move all those specific ways to beat the board.
Yeah.
But if you don't follow that pattern, they're going to move different ways. So, but I guess it is kind of pre-programmed, though. It's not like it's a genuine reaction to your movements.
Right.
They're going to move that way. If you move that way, they're moving that way no matter what.
Yeah.
I used to know every pattern. I could play the game forever. They had to throw me out of places because they were closing.
Oh, really? You're still playing?
Yeah.
If you have memorized, good for you, and just know you are playing one of the first AI programmings ever. There you go, learning you some stuff on a Friday morning, 99.7 The Blitz.